Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another episode of The Glass Mic, where there is no script, just transparent talk. I'm Chantal Says It All, and this is my baby. This is my fur baby Bella. If you're on the audio, I'm sure you can't hear her. She's quiet. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is my baby. She's 5 going on 500. She runs the house. She's the dictator. I work and do everything for her. So, as you can see, I don't have any guests on this episode, but I love y'all enough to come on here, talk solo dolo. I talk a lot, and this is I'm actually a little nervous because this is a freestyle. Like, it's literally like I just decided a couple of minutes ago, hey, I'm going to do an episode. So, we're going to see how this turns out. I got my little outline with me, so I'm going to do the best that I can. So let's start off with trying ish. So, as you all know, with the trying ish segment, these products are not paid ads. Some of these products were sent in, and some were paid for by the Glass Mic. So, if you're interested in seeing your podcast, hey, your podcast too. If you're interested in seeing your product on the show or hearing about it, make sure that you send that in. Sometimes, we purchase products and support, and sometimes people feel generous and they donate to the show, and we appreciate that heavily. But yeah, write info at theglassmic.com or DM the Glass Mic. So I have quite a bit of trying ish that I'm behind on, and I'm gonna let y'all know a little later in the episode why that is. So I'm just gonna pick out something. I'm just gonna see in my little box of goodies. Whatever I pick out is what I'm gonna talk about. Of course, she orgasms. Y'all, I'm the. Can I talk bad on here on this episode? Yeah, I'm safe. I'm the pussy plug. Anything that you need as far as enhancing your orgasm intensity, increasing your vaginal lubrication, heighten total body arousal and sensitivity, enhances energy, focus, and mood, and increase your libido and desire. I am a peddler for she orgasms. Yes, it's just the way it sounds. SHEORGASMS. I've been using these products for over a year now. Matter of fact, I love her emails. She sent an email and was congratulating me as a customer that hit the 1 year mark, and she has done so much since the year that I've been. I think she's introduced quite a few new products since I've been using her stuff as a customer. This is before I even became one of the people that she sponsors. So she has WAP water, and it's actual water that you drink, and you can go on her website or go on Instagram and see more about that. She also has products that will help you balance your pH, all of those good things. So again, that is She Orgasms. I'm going to pull out another product that I want to talk about because, again, I am a little behind on the trying-ish. So I'm going to spoil y'all and bring out something else. What else do I want to show y'all in my little bag, the box of tricks? What do I want to show y'all? Okay, so a close friend of mine, her mom sells Tahitian Oni. I heard about this product since I was in middle school. I had a family member that sold it. So as you can see, I'm honest. If y'all are watching, I haven't opened it yet. I haven't had this product, but I remember when my family member was selling it, I would make PowerPoint presentations for them so that they could present it to different people and tell them what the benefits were. So I'm going to read off the bottle what the benefits say, and you can do your research. And this is something that I do plan to try. Now that I've introduced it to y'all on the show, I feel more comfortable drinking it because I had a product one time. I was trying it for trying ish, and I had to go and buy another product because I used all of it, but I was able to get my stamp of approval. So it says that the Tahitian Onis, this is the original bottle. It includes powerful antioxidants, nutrients, and more nutrients. It's a big word I don't feel like saying. To naturally boost energy levels, immune system function, and overall health. It's recommended to take daily as part of an optimal wellness routine. Again, go online and look up the Tisha Noni. But for further information, let's see. How can I pull her name out? Okay, I'm going to get this edited out because I don't have her information. So I'm going to edit that part out. I'm not going to be able to use that for trying ish. So let's see what else can I put out here for y'all. Okay, so the next product I want to show y'all is Beauty by B. She sells lashes, lip gloss, the whole nine. I haven't opened this yet, so I'm going to open it now so I can see what's all in here. And I really love her. She had excellent communication skills. I actually talked to the owner directly. She was very hospitable. She talked me through everything and was recommending different things on the website. The prices were affordable. I think that all the products I got, I don't even think it touched $30. So this is one of the lip glosses. I love this. I'm really scared to wear nude sometimes, like when I have happy weight on me, like when my face is really chunky. Sometimes I don't like how nude lips look on me because I feel like I don't look appealing, preferably in pictures. So I was confident in trying to buy this time since I have lost weight. So I'm gonna show y'all how it looks on my skin, and it's a really cute color. I have an excuse to try to get cute now. Let's see how it blends on me. So I have lip gloss on already, as y'all can see. So I didn't want to wipe it and show it, but I like this color. And she also has lashes as well. She got a scrunchie in here. I don't put my little hair in the scrunchie, but I do want to get some braids this summer. So thank you for the scrunchie, girl. More lip glosses. I like this one. Y'all know it's like a little kid in me. Audio, it's like a purple glittery lip gloss, like a lavender. Just think of Brett's Go to Prom. That's the color it's giving. And it's like a little chocolate. Again, I stepped outside the box and got colors that I normally don't wear. But I want to be bold, especially now that I have a new look going for myself. And this is the second color, so that's how it looks on me. I like it. So last but not least, I'm going to pull out the lashes. And also, if you all want to go on her page and see what all she has and not just take my word for it, the website and on Instagram is Beauty by B. So B-E-E, like a honeybee. And as y'all know, I love lashes. Sometimes on the show I wear them, sometimes I don't. Today I have them on. But these are the lashes. I like that they don't look bulky, because with the lashes, of course, I like to go for a look that draws attention to my eyes. But I've learned from seeing myself in pictures and also other women from a side angle, it's like the lashes look good from the front, but when you turn to the side, I feel like I'm sweeping before like anything that I'm about to walk into. So I feel like my lashes are moving everything out of my way. That's how long they were. So I was wearing lashes as large as 25 mm. I'm not wearing those that large again. Those are like, for me, they're like that dramatic look that I want to go for, like a birthday look or a photo shoot type of look, because you want to pop. But my everyday life, I cannot wear those. Like at first I was rocking them in my everyday life because I just wanted to feel like a cute tomboy. But then, again, looking at pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's taken away from my natural eye look. So I still like the lashes. I'm still seeing lashes. But I love that she has lashes that are not only the pop look that I want, but they also are a feasible size for me. So she does have different sizes. So we're all different. Go, again, on Beauty by B and let her know that the Glass Mic sent you. I want to show y'all one more product, because like I said, I have been slacking on doing the trying ish, and I let the sponsors know in advance, like, you know, we do episodes like by seasons, but honestly, I made a post. If you follow the podcast page, like I put on there It's a podcast and meme page, so everything's still active. But as far as content, I really feel that you cannot put a schedule on content. But the way that certain algorithms are set up, you want to stay relevant. And I know that with everything, you have diehard supporters and fans. And I feel in my bones that I have some diehards. And also with the new people I gain, I'm eager sometimes for them to like listen to old episodes because I know when I get hip on somebody from YouTube or if I find out about a show on one of the streaming services, I like to watch from the beginning and then build the way up. But if I started or I was introduced to something by somebody else and I had to see the most recent episode and I really liked it, I would just go back and listen to old stuff. And I would, oh my gosh, this is so funny or this is so informative, whatever, it calls for at that time. So I don't feel like I will be irrelevant. Like that'll never happen. And I'm not saying that as a gloat. I'm saying that like the topics, they don't go out of style. So that's why I don't do like today's society, culture news, anything like that. Most of the stuff that I like to talk about is stuff that's timeless. Of course, the look or the language or lingo that we may use at the time of the show, that may go out of style, but the message never will. So I know it's time to put some new information out there. And that's why I am here with y'all now. So one more product to show y'all. One more product. I think I have shown y'all everything. I think I have because some of these other products, these are from other previous trying-ish. Okay. Oh, I didn't even show y'all the second set of the Beauty by B. These are my favorites. These are my go-to colors for lip glosses. If you can see, it's like a pink and a clear. Like, I like pinks, light reds, clear lip glosses. I used to like when it came to lipstick. I haven't worn lipstick that much lately, but when it comes to lipstick, I like wearing the darker colors. But I've been trying to show my natural look more because going back on old pictures, and that's a confession I got for y'all. I don't like looking at old pictures of myself. And by old, I mean pictures like last year around this time or even a couple months ago. Basically, the pictures before I lost weight because it's like, I'm in disbelief. I'm finna wrap it up with talking about this, but I'm gonna just go ahead and go into a discussion, which is a free flow. But I just didn't like I was like, dang, my eyebrows are too dark because I get them tinted. I'm like, okay, they too dark. I had them extra dark. My lashes are too long. I had one time wore like really long nails, and don't get me wrong, like I was pretty, but I just feel like it was just a lot. And now that I've lost weight, it's like I love when I get dolled up, but it's like, oh my gosh, I'm naturally pretty. And like I told y'all in the last episode, I'm learning to love myself. So it's like I got to a point now where a good gloss, some eyeliner, I love eyeliner, a good eyeliner, a little lash, and a soft tint for my eyebrows. That's enough for me. Foundation wise, like as far as the foundation makeup and stuff, I will wear that like if I'm gonna go out, but even now, like I haven't been going out like that. So I'll wear it, but I've been embracing like my natural skin. Like my skin is iffy. Some days is flawless, and Instagram and Apple will help me finagle and make it look good without me adding a filter. I'm like, okay, if y'all like it, I love it. And then some days it's like it'll be dry and oily combo. And now that I'm getting older and I was switching up my vitamin intake, now hormonal acne is into the chat, and it's like smack dab on the middle of my favorite side of my face, like the side I like to show when I take pictures. So I just was like, you know what? I'm going to embrace it. Like when I have like bumps there, I be like, ugh. But like with the marks and stuff, you're going to get what you get because it ain't stopping no show. And speaking of stopping no show, we're going to move on to the next thing. So yes, lip glosses, Beauty by B on Instagram, lashes. She will get you right. And let's see. I can't play an icebreakers. I mean, I pretty much broke the ice by giving y'all some things you should know about me, right? So, what's today? Today is May 3rd. Tomorrow will make 8 years since I graduated from college. Okay. Red, add some graduation music. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. So that's me. But as far as my life, I have been making some like crazy changes in my life, y'all. I don't know if y'all notice a difference or not. And it's almost to the point where it's like I'm embracing the ambivert in me. Like I have an introverted side and I have an extrovert side, and I had some moments where I just had to like escape from everything, like social media, from talking to my normal group of friends and associates, um, going from what I see on my timeline. Like I did a timeline sweep, so I have a little over. I might be a little close to 5,500 followers. To each his own. Some people is like, dang, that's a lot. And then some people like, for you to be an influencer, that's nothing. But the quality is over the quantity. So I will take 5,000 followers with 10 loyal diehards any day versus me having more and I don't even touch anything. Like not one person really got the message. So I'm thankful for y'all. But as far as like what I see on my timeline, I have disciplined myself to a degree. Like if you ever get my phone and you see my Instagram timeline, you're gonna see a bunch of motivational memes, spirituality stuff. And by spirituality, I mean in regards to respects to Christianity, because I am a Christian. Different scriptures and tie-ins to that. What else? Basically just things that's positive, third eye thoughts, law of attraction, because I heavily believe in power of the tongue. Like you have to be careful what comes out of your mouth, especially when you talk to yourself. um and I just noticed as I was on a journey to try to reset and refresh and get adapted to who I am now, I had to be careful with who I watch, because it just made me pick up other people's energy. Like I have discernment, so I'm able to kind of get like a synopsis of people based off what they post. And I see the memes where it's like, oh well, I could be posting that I'm at the mall right now, but that was, oh, I'm not at the mall, I'm at home. Or I could be posting a meme that I'm joking about somebody, but I'm really like single, or the other way around, or I'm sad, but I'm really happy, stuff like that. And I get it, but it's also like other posts where you could just kind of tell some people are going through it. Like it could be a breakup, or it could be a loss, or they don't like somebody, somebody's IG stalking them, and I just didn't want to adapt to that energy because I was like, everybody just needs some love. That's just dry plain day. If everybody had the love that they needed and deserved, a lot of things would be prevented. A lot of things would have occurred. But we can't cry over spilled milk. We can only take one day at a time. So I muted a lot of people on my page. Like I, you know how you be like, some people like, okay, I don't even want to start nothing with unfollowing them, or they're gonna feel a type of way. But my balls dropped, and I was like, you know what? If they don't, want to follow me because I'm not following them, then bye, because it's childish. Like I'm 29, and if I'm 29, most of the time, my 9 times out of 10, you are probably 30 or up. And you might be in the rare number of people that like me that's a little younger than me, of 28 through maybe 25 at the youngest. I'm still learning my demographic. But we're at it, regardless of your age, we're at a big age to where we shouldn't go from there. And it's people that I follow, that I'm going to continue to follow, that don't even follow me back. Like I shout them out, I repost their stuff. Like I support them, but that's something that I want. And I don't do that in hopes of they'll return the favor and do the same for me. Because if that's the case, I don't need to repost them at all, because it's not for the right intent. But it's some people out there that really wants, like, they, as much as they love your stuff, if you're not following them, they're gonna feel like y'all feel out, or it's something deeper. But honestly, if you just go and look at your following, you can just like ask yourself internally, like, am I following this person because I just want to keep up with them, or because I feel like they're obligated, or I ain't seen this person in years, but this is my way of feeling connected. That's your rule, and that's your right. You can follow or unfollow whoever you want. But you really need to be careful of what you watch, what you take in. Like looking at blogs and gossip sites, do that in doses. I have shade room time, honestly. Like it's a certain time of the day where I will look at shade room posts. And sometimes I have to be careful because it's not necessarily the post, but it can be the comment section. Some of the comments are funny and they're hilarious, but it also kind of shows some negative things too. And I don't want to pick that up because I like to speak positivity. And not only those, but also some meme pages. With the Glass Mic, she's her own entity versus my personal page. My personal page, I try to keep that PG-13. Sometimes I go a little R, and I'm learning to do that on my close friends. Because, yes, we all have a life, and we're all probably living the same life, but it's still that little rule of, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody don't want, or understand you like you. So I have to be careful. But the podcast page, I let her have her own thing. Like one day she's posting about spirituality. One day she's posting her little toxic stuff, funny stuff, petty stuff, different things like that. But again, it's doses. Um, Even with the podcast, like as far as certain subjects, like some subjects we're funny, some subjects we are more serious. But this one really is just about getting yourself together. And I'm so used to, from the last episode, giving to people. I had to learn to give to myself or I was going to have nothing. And I'm really, really proud of me because throughout my period of rediscovering Chantal and learning to adapt to the new things that have occurred in my life, it's like in the midst of that, I still got up and did stuff. Like I still help people. I punch. Well, I don't punch. This sounds really bad. I was trying to say I pat myself on the wrist a lot. Like I slap myself on the wrist because some Wednesdays will pass and I tell my producer like, hey, it's not gonna be an episode this week. And so that first week it's like it's cool. Okay, it's a break. Um, and then the next week it'll be like, okay, it's 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What's going on? And I originally when I first started this, I know me. Like I know that my content is genuine. It's raw. It's just like my line name. It's unpredictable. Like I didn't wake up today and say, hey, I'm gonna record an episode. Like I just did some spur of the moment type stuff and it works for me. Because I'm doing something that I'm passionate about, which is giving you all information that I'm learning or have learned, so we can do it all together. And so I prepared because I was like, okay, I know I had these days where I ain't gonna want to record. So if I'm in a really fired up mood and I got some guests that I can, talk to within a certain amount of time, I would do pre-recorded episodes and I have episodes in the vault. So when I have those moments, it's like, okay, well, I'm not talking about current events right now anyway, so it's not like this week I'm talking about, oh, I have to be careful because there's so much going on social media. Let me just find somebody random. Let's just say this week I say something about Chrisette Michelle, right? And I'll be talking about how Chrisette Michelle is, but this episode won't be released until June. And life hits us. So I don't want to say anything about Chrisette now that's going to bite me in the butt in June. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure that everything I'm talking about is a timeless subject. But I went from having episodes in my vault to like I'm in overdraft now with the podcast. Like, what's going on? And I'm starting to gain attention and traction because, like I said, I made the podcast Instagram page a meme page too. So people are coming in that are liking the memes, and I don't want them to be like, "Dang, I didn't know she had a podcast too." Like, if you just come for the memes, that's fine, that's great. But the message is the show. Like, I can try to find some memes and do the meme thing and make like a little 10 slide message with that, but it's deeper, because memes are good for that short attention span moment. If you like me and you want to please your brain for the little 10-second period, that's cool. But we need soul food. And those little hot pockets and fast food I give y'all, that's good. But you got to have your nutrients. So the podcast, that's what it is. Um, But I just want to tell y'all, like, even though we're still adjusting to the world, I want to say the new norm because it sounds scary because there's no such thing as a norm. If you ever open a textbook or if you ever read or looked up any type of history, you know there's no such thing as norm. Time just changes. And with this new change that we all are going through, as far as outside opening back up, different things out in the world, the news, culture, all that stuff, I think that it was an eye opener as far as what you can do and how important things really are. Like things that we had to get done. Oh, I have to do this week. I have to take care of this week. I have to take care of this right now. I have to check this. I have to respond back to this message. No, you do not. You do not. And I think that along with soul searching, you realize that things aren't as important as you make them, and we really do have time. Like they say, time isn't on our side for certain things, yes, but most no. I think honestly, like for example of, oh, I gotta text this person back, or dang, I can't post on my Instagram because I didn't want to text this person back, but I don't want them to say, well, you ain't hit me up and you saw me text and call you. That is deeper than you texting them back. Now it's to the point of you trying to please. And you just have to ask yourself, do I feel any type of way if I text somebody and I call them and they don't respond to me, but I see them post? We've made this unwritten rule of entitlement for ourselves. We made this unwritten rule of, well, since you are my blood, or you are part of me and something bigger than me, or because I'm a loyal follower, or I pay for this, or I do that, that I'm at your mercy. And no, that is not the case. Like, no matter if you're doing something for somebody else or if they're doing something for you, people are still human. Just because it's free time doesn't mean it's free time. Like, just because I haven't dished out some episodes in a couple weeks, it doesn't mean that I give up on my show. It doesn't mean that I give up on my following and I don't take it serious for the sponsors and stuff. I have those moments where I think that all the time. But the key ingredient of all this is your mental health. If your mental isn't right, you're not going to be able to deliver whatever it is, whether it's a text message or a commitment or just anything. And you have to make sure you come first, and you will step on some toes. You will hurt some people. You might even hurt your own feelings because you'll be like, dang, I can't believe I did that. But you will thank yourself in the later future. So if you're a content creator, if you are a human that's watching this, I know that you probably thought of a situation or are thinking currently of a situation that you're in right now that sounds similar. Do not feel guilty for taking time off. You give your best when you are your best. So those that understand will understand, and those that don't won't, and you don't need that in your life anyway. It's so many people that I have stopped talking to, have unfollowed, have not talked to. Like I'll say something quick just to not ignore them to be nice, and they still me overcompensating. But I thought that my life would go upside down because those people aren't in my world no more, or they may talk about me behind my back or have me in a group chat. But what does that change for me? I'm still cute. The weight still coming down. The hair still looking good. The nails still looking good. You know what I'm saying? Life is like, I feel great. God is giving me peace. And I actually have more peace now. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I will wonder that. It also goes to the point where people who have a life and are doing what they need to do to stay in their own lane, they don't have time to worry about you. Like, there is nobody that is above you that gives you the blues, if you ever notice it. And when I say above, I don't mean like a title. I don't mean so let's just say, for example, at a job, right? And you are an employee and you had this supervisor, and you be wondering, how did they get that position? But then you see that they went to school with the HR person, so you're like, okay, you had one of them type of connections. Good for you. But in actuality, you are a better worker than them. You're more diligent. You actually should be their boss. So they give you a tough time. So when I say that a person above you is not worried, that's not on the capacity that I mean. I mean a person that's literally like intellectually above. They know a little more information. They've been through a little more than you have, more wisdom. They're reaching and obtaining goals that you're currently on track to get now. And those are people that you can look up to or mentor or get energy from. Those people aren't going to make you feel low. Those people are going to make you feel like, dang, I got this. I can do this. It's the crabs in the barrel. You know, it's so funny. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. It's the crabs in the barrel that try to pull you down because they're trying to project something on you that they lack themselves. Crab in the barrel. So y'all know I'm from Mississippi, right? And I could talk about home because I mean it's home. I was born and raised. I lived there the majority of my life. It's great things about home. And I think when I get done with this, it will not just be about home. It'll be everywhere, no matter what part you live in. Everybody can relate to this. But it was a time when I was transitioning from Mississippi to Texas, and I made a post on my story. And actually, the origin of me doing mean things came from this. Um, I made some type of post and I said something about crab in a barrel, which is basically um, if a crab is trying to get out the pot of boiling water or in a barrel or whatever or anything, the crabs will pull them down. You can YouTube it. They're just automatically pulling the crab down. Like it's very, very difficult. I haven't seen a video of a crab successfully getting out of a barrel with other crabs. Like they're gonna always get pulled down. Like they don't want you to get out. They don't. So that's I felt some of those feelings when I was leaving home because I didn't leave like again unpredictable life. I didn't have a notion saying you're going to move to Texas. All I had was I'm trying to stick it out at this job that's giving me a very hard time, and I just came from being unemployed for 3 months. I know this job is toxic, but in my mind is you was just unemployed for 3 months. You don't look like you can't keep a job. You don't want to be behind on bills. So I was sticking it out and trying to endure what they were lashing on me, but it still didn't work out. I ended up being let go, and I was advised like, hey, try to apply for some jobs in Dallas. So I was like, okay, and I applied. Texas hires out here way faster than Mississippi and Jackson particularly for entry level positions. And at the time, what I was doing was sales. So of course sales is quick, but you have to have a different type of skin for sales. Cause yeah, you can get hired quick, but you also can get let go quick. But yeah, so I got the position and everything, and that was just a quick 1-2 move. Like I wasn't expecting any of that stuff. And I know everybody and their mom. I went to a bunch of schools. I'm in a bunch of organizations, social media. Love and Hip Hop Jackson. People knowing me for somebody else, and I just couldn't text everybody and be like, well, hey, I'm about to go to Texas. So I said, well, shoot, everybody trying to keep up going to earlier with why people still following people. I was like, well, shoot, since everybody, follows me on something on Facebook or Instagram, let me just make a quick post because the way the algorithm is set up, I'm making an announcement of me moving to another state. So I know it's probably 9 times out of 10 going to be at the top of a timeline, which it did. And I had a lot of people, of course, that were under my post and were saying, they were congratulating and happy for me. But I also had some people who I thought would be the happiest for me, like look at me side eyed, like, oh, you moving? You ain't say nothing to us? Like, we had to find out on social media. And I'm like, if I knew then what I knew now, and what I mean by knowing then what I know now is your true friends, they know stuff way before you put it out there. Sometimes they'll know stuff before you even tell them because that's how the communication's flowing. It's just like your job. Like your job sees you, see them, you come in and do your position. But that's how I knew those weren't my friends because my friends, they wouldn't feel any type of way. And even with the friends that I had, not like my close circle, I still surprised them with stuff. But they understand in our friendship who I am. They understand that things just happen unplanned and unexpectedly in my life, and they know it's not a big deal. But those groups of people were like, you ain't do this, and I had to find it on Facebook, and just acting really funny toward me. And I would have people that I really found out felt the type of way because they would normally let me know stuff, or if I invited them, or if I was around them, I said, "Hey, I'm around. What's going on?" But they'll come here, and I find out on social media. You know what I'm saying? But I just be like, "Well, shoot, I know how I am. If I'm in the city for 2 or 3 days, I can't see 20 people in them 3 days. Somebody ain't gonna be seen. And you can come to me. If you live here, you can come to me and I can tell you what I'm doing. You can meet me at the place that I'm going to or whatever. Sometimes I be introverted on trips. Like, I just want to go to town, and I have a day where I just want to be like alone to myself or whoever I'm with. And you know what, like this day, it's not on nothing vengeful. Like, oh, well, since I had to find out on Facebook that you moved, well, I guess you have to find out on Facebook I'm in town. Like, that's childish. I'm not like that. So that and the crab and the barrel thing, that's what made me decide to do mean things. Cause again, again, the same thing. Like with the memes, hit dogs will holler. So I would have a meme theme about friendships, or a meme theme about sex, a meme theme about food, or whatever. And I post memes every single day. You're going to see some memes no matter what day it is on my personal page, on the podcast page. And it's like I will post a meme and I think anything about it. And then I get a message like, "Oh, that's how you feel?" Or, "Are you trying to say something?" First of all, if you knew me, you know I don't have a filter. And I'm not subliminal. I direct, and I've been working on that because I smile with it. Like, let's just say I'm talking right now, and I would just say, like, if I feel some type of way about something, I would say, "Well, Misha or Taronica, whatever, this is how I feel." Like, I'm not finna do a subliminal thing. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to text you or call you and tell you how I feel. And even if we had exchange, I'm not going to. I will purposely not make the mean thing in regards to what we talked about so that you won't feel that way. But of course, some people, it don't matter how you dress it up, they're going to see how they see it. And so I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to start doing mean things. Instead of me posting 1 or 2 memes about whatever I felt was funny that day that I think my followers would get a kick out of, I'm just going to post a whole meme thing. So that day it's about this, that day it's about that, and just take it how you live. And it's probably is still some people who may feel that a theme is about them one day, but it's nothing I can do for you, sweetheart. I'm sorry, beloved. You just gonna have to change your perspectives. Um, what else do I want to talk to y'all about? I'm trying to think. So yeah, they helped a lot. Mean podcast. So yeah, like I've been doing some soul searching, and I'm more spiritual. Of course, I'm human. I've been trying to just tell myself and others, like, have grace for yourself, like, we're human, and the world can be very judgmental. And just because, y'all know I like scenarios, but just because you're on a new life path of eating better, you know what I'm saying? Like, you post that you eat your salads, you post that you drink tea, you post that you eat fish, that you take your bread off your food, all this stuff, that's good. But we also have moments where, you might want pizza, or you might want to eat something that's unhealthy. But let's just say if you go out in public and you've been posting the salads and the juices and stuff, right? But somebody sees you in public scarfing down ribs, what they gonna say? Ah, she fake, right? Like, she posts that she eats salad and stuff, but she right here eating ribs. So I try to make my stuff as transparent as I can be. Like, yeah, I eat salad. I've been working on eating juice, and I've been working on replacing the pizza with salad. But some days I might have a slice of pizza and some salad. Some days it may be no salad. Some days I might eat a rib too. But that doesn't stop the fact that I'm losing weight and I'm eating healthier. Because obviously I'm doing something right for the weight to be coming off. So I'm just trying to show people, with that being said, that it's okay to be working on yourself and still being fly. Like if a cussing word comes out, or if you gotta tell somebody about themselves, a little car cut you off in traffic, you've been doing good. You ain't been going ham like you actually been doing right in your lane, and then that one car just come out of nowhere and you let them have it. And then you be like, dang, I shouldn't have done that. The fact that you even thought, dang, I shouldn't have done that, and you feel some type of remorse, that's accountability in its own. So I just want people to know, like, be yourself. Now, everybody has their eyes and ends based off your profession or who follows you. That you may not want to post your happy candy on your story. You might want to do close friends. That's not being fake. That's being mindful and being an adult. So some people may look at it like, well, dang, you posting these positivity memes, but then on your close friends, you eating happy candy and smoking hookah. Well, obviously something's working because I live by what I post. I'm not posting positive stuff and being negative and rude to you. So, yeah. Let's see. I can't really think of anything else. Like I said, this is actually my second episode that I did solo. I don't want to sound long-winded. So I'm going to wrap it up with the listener letters. Yeah, I cannot wait to try this lip gloss. I can't wait. And I know y'all like, dang, she ain't smoked the hookah today. I'm not fasting right now, but I am itching too fast. Because let me tell y'all, these past couple days, I have been eating. Do you hear me? Like, I'm scared. That's how much bad I've been eating. I'm scared because I don't. This is another thing, proud of tongue. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what I don't. But I would like to maintain my weight loss. I would like to maintain fasting every now and again, going to the gym, and having days where I push the wine and the happy candy and the bad foods away. I don't do that stuff every day, but there are some days at the month where it's a little cluster of back-to-back action. So I am working on that, and that's why I'm not smoking hookah on this episode. Plus, I don't have a guest for me to take those in between breaks. I need y'all feedback. Y'all have to tell me how y'all feel about the solo episode. I'm probably going to try to promote this as much as I can just to get some traction going to see how y'all felt about it. So if y'all would like for me to have episodes where some days I talk, on my own, and some days I have guests, let me know how y'all feel about that, because if y'all do like that, that'll make it easier for me and my little personalities in my head, because again, today I later decided, okay, I want to do a podcast show. Of course, I'm not going to call somebody and be like, hey, I'm going to record right now. You ready right now? Because it's not fair on them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had some people that was down like that, and sometimes those are good conversations, but on a routine, nah, I don't know if I'd be that lucky. So let's pull up a listener letter. Y'all, please send in y'all letters. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, but I'm gonna ask kindly that you send the letter to info@TheGlassMic.com. In the subject line, Unscripted Vent or advice. If you just feeling cute and you want to text it or DM it, you can do that. I would give y'all permission, because I do need the letters, because of course, for me being on the hiatus like I have, things go on a halt. You don't work, you don't eat. Which one do I want to read? Which one? Okay, this one sounds like this can relate a little bit. It's an anonymous letter, and I got on here Mental Health Day. So we're going to see what it says. Okay. So yesterday was a mental health day for me. I just felt groggy and bogged down, and I also had an interview, so I needed to get my mind right. I've been asking God to give me a sign if I should take it, because I tend to run to the next best thing, which ultimately leaves me still unsatisfied. I felt maybe the lesson was seeing something through and being content with what I've been blessed with, and also looking at how good I have it where I am. Give and take some opportunities cost. I literally weighed the pros and cons and asked some friends how they felt. I get in the interview, sat there for 30 minutes before calling the recruiter, who had no idea where my interviewer was, and they still haven't called me back. I got my sign. I'm in training, and the girls in my group are out, so I'm the only one. Meaning we don't take turns taking calls. I take them all. But people have been in have been unavailable for 48 minutes. My trainer said, just stand by for a call. It's going to be a slow morning. What other kind of morning do you think I wanted it to be? My grandmother always said, you are ungrateful with a little, you are ungrateful with a lot. I just want the universe to know I peep game and I'm the utmost grateful. Even with mud and shit on my face and blood under my nails, boy, I'm grateful. Because what am I about to dig out? Oh, good morning. Okay. Listen, you aren't the only one. Sometimes we can be in relationships, our commitments, our jobs, or anything. And with us being adults and having free will, it's one of those things where if I don't want it, I don't do it. If it ain't working for me, it's gone. If I ain't happy, I'm gone. And yeah, of course you want to put yourself and your needs first, but you have to learn to discern between what ain't working right now and what ain't gonna work ever. You know what I'm saying? Because some things can be meant, but you just have to go over that hump and move some stuff around, reiterate, change your perspective. And then some things it's almost like, okay, well, I'm just gonna run away because that's called monkey branching. So let's just say if you're at the job, your previous job, you had a problem with the manager, right? Of course, nobody loves managers, but everybody wants to be one. And that manager kind of gave you a hard time. So I used to work in the call center. I use an example. So that last manager used to always listen in on your calls and be like, well, maybe you shouldn't have said this to the customer. Or, we have a script, but you said 2 words wrong and you added 3 words. Like little petty stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's very, very irking. But when you go to your new job, I can guarantee you there is no manager convention where there's somebody in a pool and it's your past manager, your new manager, and your past manager is passing the torch to them and saying, hey, this is all the intellectual property of what Chantal does and how she does calls, and this is how I manage her. They're not doing it. So if you're noticing the same pattern from the new manager, um, some again, there are cases where it's just we just ran into another ain't shit manager, just being plain as day. But then it's also you that's gonna always go to these jobs. So now because you can't change the manager, obviously, and you already know if you write them in sometimes office politics. Now you gotta watch your back. Like you've been doing stuff right, but you gotta do extra steps to make sure you keep doing right. Don't want to do that, right? So you can work on how you react to those. And yes, you can do those with your management. One of my favorite things that I would do is some type of positive comment, something nice. You can call it ass kissing. You can call it I'm just trying to keep my job. I don't want to lose my job, whatever. Positive is positive at the end of the day. You don't get fired for being positive. So I would say something like, I appreciate how you listen to my call. I will work on the script. Dang, it's been a minute since I've done this. But I would say I would start off with something positive. Like, I appreciate you talking to me, helping coaching me on my call. I know with the wording sometimes that I can subtract to add a word or two and it'll be a little off. But I just get really passionate about talking to the customer. And I've noticed that I've done better with me being able to almost freestyle the script. And I will honor the rule because, of course, you're not going to get fired for those unless you added some crazy words. Then you're not going to get fired for that. You're just going to get that annoying, well, make sure you do this and that because, I mean, that's your manager's job to tell you, they're to manage you, right? So they'll probably be like, well, you still have to do it like this, but and just keep going. Now, when it comes to more extreme, those we have to talk about that on different subjects for a different time. There's different ways to do that, but you can always control how you react to situations. And if you are going to go to something else, make sure that you are researching what you're truly passionate about. If you're doing jobs just to get by, which is like some entry level jobs, some customer service jobs, you can't look for peaches and cream in certain territories because you're going to get what you're going to get. Like, I worked in retention, so I wasn't expecting ice cream and lollipops in retention because retention is me trying to save people who are made. So what comes with that territory? Angry customers. It's sales. So you got managers that got to meet numbers. It's going to be a pile. So I knew what came with it. So it was like, okay, I know I got a pile to work with. How can I organize it? So you'll be fine if you're still at your job, or maybe you found something else. I hope that you could take that and just know, like, okay, the only job that will be my dream job is I might get lucky and find something that's already established, or you could do something that you're passionate about, even if it's a little side hustle. It may not be your bread and butter income, and that's okay. My podcast at this time, I can't wait because it is going to be my full time bread and butter. But right now, it's a good part time. And I love it. I would do this if I didn't get anything for it. So just find something that makes you happy. And if you pour into yourself, and again, going back to it, love on yourself, that'll help you tolerate some of the other things a little bit better. So again, write your letters in to info@theglassmic.com. Subject line, unscripted vents or advice, or you could DM them or whatever. Let's see what's next on here. Guest plug-in. So Bella, you got some. Yeah, Bella was supposed to be my guest. She doesn't like sitting in my lap for a long period of time if I'm not rubbing her. So I'm not gonna plug her in because y'all don't want to talk to her. The only thing she wants to do is play with her toys. She likes dry dog food. If you get her wet dog food, she won't eat it. But if you are a stern parent like me, she's going to eat it. So she wants to not have a empty stomach, so she'll do that. What else, Bella? Her birthday is October 5th. She's a Libra. And if y'all want to see her, you have to catch her on my story when I post her. It's not a lot when I post her, but she's there. I posted her today. My plugins, of course, you can follow my personal page, but again, it's my personal page. Some days I be generous and I show y'all me, and then some days I don't. But every day I'm gonna post something that's inspirational or funny or freaky or wow on my close friends. And by freaking wow, I don't mean like X-rated. But I'm an adult and I'm a Scorpio, so whatever I feel like I'm in the mood to do. What else? Yeah, so my personal page is the Chantal Lewis, TheChantalLewis. So that, and the podcast page, I would love if y'all follow that because that's the podcast and memes. So I try to post memes daily. It's not gonna be every day, but I do a pretty good job. You're gonna get at least some meme things at least 4 days out the week, at least 4. So I'm pretty consistent with it. If y'all see any funny memes or videos that y'all want to post on there, you can always send them to either my personal or the Glass Mic. I talked to somebody earlier today. I need y'all advice on this too. So with the meme thing, sometimes there could be a repost of someone's tweet or something they typed on their story. And like I said, everybody's profession is different. Some people, they can do what they want. They can say how they want. They don't worry about cancel culture because they feel like they have their word in their hands. And it's also some people who are in corporate or that are in law enforcement or some type of public service position where they do have to watch what they say because they are representing a company or organization that's bigger than them. And you can go to sleep and wake up one day and you are viral, like notifications coming out the woodworks, and you be like, first thing, if it was me, the first thing I'm thinking of is, did I post something naked? A video, a picture? Because I be feeling frisky sometimes. And I hope if I did get leaked for something, it's something that's really good. Because it's already out there now. You know what I'm saying? I can't go out like no hoe. If I'm going to go out there, I'm going to go out. So, so I be like, okay, I got notification, but I ain't got text messages. So it might be safe. And then you see, oh, well, something I said or did went viral. And I don't want it to be to the point where if you take your 9 to 5 tie off and you want to be a human on your story, you post something and then I post your name on it and then it go viral and you control your following because you have a private page, and here I am posting what you said to the public, which of course the internet and Instagram's policy says once it's out there, it ain't really your property no more. It's out there for everybody. But I try to protect that because I don't want to do anybody like that. But today I posted a meme thing and I cropped their name, but I sent them the meme thing. So if they wanted to repost on their page, they could. And they didn't really know what my backstory is, like I'm telling you. So they were like, I would like my name so I can get my credit. And then once I gave them the rundown about, okay, this is what my perspective was, again, different perspectives in communication, they were like, oh, I see, I can understand that. And they gave me a suggestion. That was like, they recommended that when I do that, I can write those people directly. Like if it was a tweet from D Hope or somebody, I could be like, hey D Hope, I want to repost your tweet. Is that okay? If you don't feel comfortable with your name, I can crop it out and it can go yay or nay. That seems like that's a little more work for me to do. Why did I say it? But I can respect it. Um, we'll see how it goes. But that was some great advice and suggestions. What else? What else? What else? Again, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the solo episode. Make sure if you want to sponsor an episode or if you want me to have your product on Trying Ish, again, info@theglassmic.com. You can send people that you know, or if it's something that you have, a product or service, send it to me for review. If you want to pay for an ad, you got the ad spaces, the shot of clocks, whatever you want, I got you. Also, again, like I said, sometimes we do purchase stuff from different businesses, small business, local business, sometimes national businesses. And we also donate. So if you want to show love and support for the podcast, it does have a Cash App and PayPal. And you can actually go on the Instagram site and get those links. I want to say the Cash App one is the Glass Mic Podcast. That's the name of it with the cash tag. But just to be extra careful, because I know me, I've accidentally sent cash to a wrong name and did not get it back. And I don't want that to happen to y'all. So to be safe, go on the Glass Mic and click the link in the bio on Instagram, and then they'll have that link on there. It's not going to be on the website, theglassmic.com, but it'll definitely be on the Linktree bio. Also subscribe, rate, and review. So Apple, any podcast site that you're listening to, YouTube, please leave y'all reviews, because I want people to know I'm gonna pop my stuff about the podcast. I'm gonna tell y'all it's great. I love it. I think everybody can take from it, no matter what your preference is, your nationality, your orientation. Like, we just talk about things we all go through, right? So if those people see y'all talking about it, that's how the meme things got popular, because y'all would comment under the memes. Give the same energy to the show. I know I need to step my game up by, pushing out more episodes, but I need y'all good love and graces and approval, because y'all are what make the show, right? So subscribe, rate, and review. And I went ahead and told y'all the Instagram names again, but lastly, just follow me at the Chantal Lewis and follow the Glass Mic. And of course, you can go on the website, theglassmic.com, if you want to get more into the show. I just want to thank y'all again for tuning into the Glass Mic, where there's no script, just transparent talk. I want to thank Little Bella for being my muse for the show today. And I want to thank Chantal for coming out of her shell and talking to y'all. This is very refreshing. This is like a therapy for me, because it's hitting with an hour mark before edits. So this was like a little hour therapy that I've given to myself that I feel that y'all can benefit from too. And I just want to thank our sponsors for supporting the vision and the brand. And I want to thank you, to our listeners, for also supporting the vision and the brand. I do this for my family. I do this for my friends. But most importantly, I do this for the people. I'm Chantal, says it all. And as always, I love y'all.